Hey YouTube, welcome back. This is going to be my fourth video of my Nano Reef aquarium setup. It's a 20-gallon tank. If you can remember from my last video, you can tell that the Aquascape's been changed around a little bit. I was just playing around with that this morning, so the water's actually still a little foggy, cleaning off some of the rocks. But hopefully by the end of this video, I'll have the Aquascape set up and finished the way I like it. We'll take a look underneath and see all my electrical setup and stuff like that, get my timers in there, and talk about the light cycle I want to create. And also I purchased some new equipment. Hopefully I can get installed in the tank. And that'll be it for this video. Alright, so let's get started looking at that. Alright, so now let's take a look at the electrical setup I have going on under the tank. As you can see here, I have everything mounted to the left hand side of the cabinet I have the tank on. Up top here I have the power strip. It's 10 outlets, nothing fancy there. Underneath that is the timers that I really want to talk about. Now they're outdoor timers, which means they can get damp and still work correctly. I used them on my freshwater tanks before and I liked them a lot. You can pick them up at a local hardware store. They have this door on the front here that protects the actual timing mechanism on the timer. And another aspect I really like about them is actually, if you look over here, leaving the top of the timer is a lead with the outlet on it. So the outlet that goes to the power strip actually only takes up one outlet as opposed to a lot of them that take up multiple outlets. So there's no wasted space on the actual power strip, and the lighting actually just plugs into the opposite side of the timer. And lastly, they're really easy to set up, so it was pretty simple to set up my own custom light cycle. So using these timers, I actually have my daylight bulbs, 10,000 Kelvin, come on around 10 in the morning, and they go off around 8 at night. I have my actinics come on around 8:30 in the morning, and they go off around 9:30. And I have my LED lunar lights come on around 9 o'clock at night, and they go off at 9 o'clock the next day. So they overlap the actinics in a half hour here and there. The light cycle is definitely not finalized yet. When I get some corals in there, I'll see how they'll react to what I got going on, and I'll adjust accordingly. So now we're going to go take a look at the additional equipment I bought for the tank. So for the additional equipment I got for the tank, besides the timers, as you can see here, here's my old Aquarium Nano 425. I actually purchased another Aquarium 425 to put on the opposite side of the tank. I want to get the water moving all over the place in there, and as you can see by the rock, there's some pretty good current going around in there. So the addition of the second Aquarium Nano 425 is really helping out. Alright, so here's the aquascape I've come up with so far. Now this is probably the hardest part for me, is the aquascape. Because as I'm doing it, I'm realizing that I'm not sure I'll ever be 100% satisfied with the aquascape. After I finish it, let it settle, sit for a couple days, I look at it, and then there's always something that comes up that I think I want to change or just move around a little bit. So this may not be 100% finalized, but it's pretty close. I'm probably going to leave it like this for a while. Now I did end up getting rid of two pretty large pieces of live rock, but I still think I'm in the 30 pounds range for live rock. Like I mentioned last video, it's Caribbean live rock. It's got a lot of porous areas in it, so there's some good water flow in there. So that's where I'm at with this. I think the tank's pretty close to finishing a cycle. Sorry, it's a little foggy right now too. I just finished maybe an hour or two ago moving around the live rock and stuff. So I disturbed some of the sand and things like that. But yeah, this is what I got so far. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be it for this update on my 20-gallon Nano Reef build. I think this cycle's starting to finish up here, which is good. So hopefully I'll be able to start getting some livestock in the tank soon. And that's actually what the next video is going to be about. I want to build my own reef cleaner crew here. Talk about all the different crabs and snails and things like that I'm going to get for the tank. So that's what the whole next video is probably going to be about, getting them acclimated, things like that. So let me know what you think about the Aquascape, and thanks for watching.